Now, the acting profession is one of the most precarious in the world. When you're at the top, it's wonderful, but it causes heartbreak when the offers of work don't come in. The nature of the game is to smile and hide the pain, but that became too much for actor Bob Grant from On the Bus's fame, and last week something very dramatic happened in his life. Bob, last week you walked out on your family and your friends. Your agent has said that you did it for publicity. Why?
I find that remark particularly offensive. My agent made this suggestion without talking to me, I may say. He hasn't spoken to me since I've been back. There's no way I would do something like that for publicity. I've been through absolute hell in the last week. So has my wife, my mother, my friends. It's been a dreadful time. Frankly, I've been through, I suppose, what one would call a breakdown.
What actually happened?
I just found the pressures too much to bear. The pressures of having been out of work for a long time, the pressure of looking at the future and seeing nothing coming up. I thought, I cannot stand another period like I've gone through in the last year. I really cannot take it. The debts are mounting up. There's no future. I was suicidal, frankly.
One of the things that he said was that you're finding it difficult to come to terms with not being a TV personality anymore, because that's how we remember you, as On the Buses. Is that also untrue, or was he right?
That is untrue. One always comes to terms with wherever one is in the business. I've done loads and loads of things since On the Buses. I played Dennis Thatcher in Anyone for Dennis, things like that, totally different from On the Buses. No, of course I enjoyed that period. I enjoyed the fame of being in a hit television series. That's fine. I know that doesn't last forever. I don't expect it to. That doesn't worry me at all.
How bad was it last week when you decided to leave your family? Were you very clear-minded about it?
Not at all. No. Some of the things are quite blank in my mind still. I just knew that I had to get away. I didn't really know what I was going to do. I did consider suicide. I must say that was one of the options. That's how low I'd got in my mind. I didn't really know what I was going to do, where I was going. I found myself in Dublin, a city that I've always loved very much indeed. I find it a very calm and peaceful place. I love the Irish. I think they're wonderful people. And
is that why you went there?
yes. I think so. Inside me, I knew I had to find a haven, somewhere I could just be alone and work myself out.
You were working about 8 months ago. Is 8 months a very long gap for an actor to be out of work?
Not particularly, no. Plenty of actors have probably been in my position. Perhaps they've been out of work for longer periods. It isn't only that. It's sometimes one just gets to the state, and I've heard other actors say this before me, you get to the state where you think, I am never going to work again.
Have you ever been in this situation as bad as this before?
No, I haven't.
You've been right down to the bottom in that case, haven't you?
I really have, yes. I think I lost my own self-respect, which is the worst thing anybody can do.
It's very brave of you to come on today and really, so soon after what happened last week, and to take the time to talk to us. What do you think you're going to be doing over the next few days and weeks to get yourself back on course again?
I have the support of my family, my wife, my mother, my friends. My dear friend Eddie Large phoned me up this morning and he said, look, don't take any notice of all this rubbish about a publicity stunt. He said, everybody in the business gets these things thrown at them. He said, we know. Excuse me.
It's all right. Listen, thank you very much for coming on today. We think it's very brave, and you've done very, very well.
Can I just say one more thing?
Yes.
I have something for the future, because my very good friend Joe Weston Webb has offered me a job which will tide me through. He's also asked me to direct and write his pantomime next year in Leicester, so I've got something.
So things aren't so bad,
right.
And it's going to get better. Thank you very much for coming in, Bob, and take care. Bob Grant.